Hi, everybody. This isn't terrifying at all. I can see there are four of you there. Please do drop a comment in and tell me who you are. Um, yeah, that's quite scary. I could see people waiting before I pressed the big blue button that's live. I was like, oh God, there's not supposed to be anyone here. But I'm really glad that you are. So thank you so much. I'm hoping, oh, there's only three now. Ha. Anyhow, back up to four. As I say, I think I can see your comments. So if you drop a comment in, there should be a box on the right hand side that'll allow you to do that. Um, I'm hoping that you can hear me okay. So let me know if I'm loud enough, clear enough, not talking too fast or anything, because this is all a bit new. I'm going to do a quick little intro to me. Because some of you might not know me. I'm hoping that you will, but if you're watching this on repeat, then you might not know me. So I'm Sophie, and I run a millinery label, Imogen's Imagination, in Sheffield, in the UK. I make and sell hats, fascinators, and hair accessories. And my style is kind of vintage inspired with a contemporary twist. I hand make everything in my studio, which is where I am at the moment. I've been coming in once a week during the issue, and actually today's the first time I've put makeup on since like March. So if my face looks weird, that's why. I I usually come in 6, sometimes 7 days a week. I spend a lot of time here. And I love it. It's a great space to be in. You can see there's lots and lots of storage behind me. My eyes are tracking what I can see. So on this side here, I've got stock that's made, as well as some berets, and we'll get to those in shortly. There's more stock in the middle. I feel like a air hostess. And on this side, I've got some of my blocks. Some of those are at home, the smaller ones, but the big ones, as you can see, they're solid wood, so they've had to stay here. So the hats that I make, I use traditional millinery techniques. So I use wooden blocks, I use steam pins, and a lot of hand sewing. But we're here to talk about berets. I have berets, and actually, berets are possibly my favourite. I mean, I really, really, really do look forward to launching the new collection every September. I can't wait for October when it gets cold enough for me to actually wear my own. I do always liberate a couple of designs each year for myself, mainly because if I don't wear them, well, surely that's the best advert. And also, there's always, and I know I'm not supposed to have favourites, but I do. And there are some things that are just really, really my taste, really my style, and that work with other things in my wardrobe. So I am all over the internet, quite literally now. I sell online, and oh, I've got a wobbly table. I didn't test that. Sorry, folks. Take the hands very carefully off the table. Yeah, so I sell them online. You can find me on social media, Imogen's Imagination. You can find me on my own website, www.imogensimagination.co.uk. I sell there. I sell internationally. I also sell on Etsy, which is obviously massive. You can see my Etsy bag behind me, because I'm also team captain of the Sheffield team. Yeah, I'm busy. I get really busy. So you've come here today, I hope, to find out how to wear your beret. So I have got my beret, which I have had for quite a while, actually. This one I think is about 3 years old. Why when I get the new ones each year from the collection, I kind of wear them a lot that year, but they stay in circulation, if you will. So this is the one I have chosen. Now, the first thing I'm going to point out is this. It looks a bit baggy, which is great. That's because I've worn it. And the first thing people always say to me is, oh, I've got a really big head. Berets don't fit me. I can't get it on. So this is why they're great, because that's me. That's my head. That's where it goes. And you can see how much it's stretched, especially when I compare it to a brand new one out of the stock box here. So you can see that's a really big difference. And the only thing that's made that difference is me wearing it. And every time you wear your beret, it will stretch a bit more. And go, oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, right, this is only temporary. So if you get a beret and it won't fit, you're worried and you're trying it on in a shop, well, they might quarantine at the moment, but if you want to try a beret on and you think it's not going to fit, this is what you do. And if you've ever been to an event and you've said this to me, that is what I will have done. And can you see? It's already stretched out a bit. Now, that will be enough for you to try it on and see whether it's instantly comfortable. And I have to keep remember that I need to look at the camera. Sorry. So do that. You might get some funny looks. Be right. That is how to stretch your beret to start with. But once you start wearing it, it will give more. If you wear it, and it gets a little bit too loose, you can wash it. These ones are a wool mix, and it means that you can gently, and I mean really gently, hand wash them. And I literally mean chuck them in the sink, give them a bit of a scrunch, rinse it out. Don't put it in the tumble dryer. It's a really bad move. It's wool. Imagine if you put a wool jumper in the tumble dryer, you end up with one ready to fit a 3-year-old. That's what will happen with your beret. So just let it dry naturally. Get it, wrap it in a towel even. Wring it. Get as much of the water out as possible first, and then let it just dry, either on a drying rack and just spread it out as much, because you want as much surface as possible so that it dries. If you fold it this way and let it dry, it will take longer. You can also lip out to help with the drying, because again, you're just extending the surface area, let the water evaporate. And actually, flipping the lip out, if you think you're going to get funny looks in the shop and you're worried about that, flip the lip out first, then try the beret on, because that is an instant size difference. The berets that I use, they're a one size adult. They generally fit a head size of about 21, 22 inches. So that's if you imagine you measure that way, around like this. But actually, depending how you wear your beret will depend on how big it needs to be. So, first rule of berets, beret rule number 1, this doesn't work. You can't wear a beret with a high ponytail, an updo, any sort of top knot, because there isn't enough space on your head for the beret. And I'm so glad that I've got extra deodorant on. I'm quite nervous. So first things first is to get rid of this, because if you try and put a beret over it, you will just end up with a big sticky outy bit. Not a good look. I also need to mention, I haven't been to the hairdressers since the start of lockdown. My hair appointment was due that week. So you are in full glory of my extra special ash highlights naturally occurring, don't you know? And super long hair. It's not normally this long, but actually for some of you, even if you've known me a long time, you've never actually known how long my hair is because I always wear it up. So, beret, hair down, or low pony, even, and this is actually my preferred option, low pony to the side. Depending how you wear it, you could have a low slung updo as well. I didn't bring my donut, so you bring one of those. So you'll notice in my web shop and on all my photos, all the models wear their berets. Now, this is partly because this beret has a lovely bow on it. Just going to move the stock one so that I don't accidentally pick it up. So this is also how I wear my beret, always. Because of my fringe, quiffy what's it thing, it sits behind it, actually all close up of those extra special highlights. So it sits at the back of it, around my ears, round along my hairline. And that's what worked for me, style number one. Obviously, I could do this differently. Now, can also bring it down a little bit more. This doesn't work for me. It's not quite right. So what I'm going to try is like full hairdressing, I think, as well, because actually how you wear your hair will decide on what works for you. That'll be my back combing. I'll get a little sound effects now as well. Let's try this again. So what I'm going to do is just bring that round and there we go. So if you don't have a fringe, you can wear it the same way that I do. So tucked, if you had a long fringe, or even with your hair down, you can see, I think if you've got your hair down, it might also depend where your parting is. And you could even just either just tuck behind your ear, tuck into the beret, possibly a curvy grip might be advisable, and just there we go. See, I haven't actually got a bobble in there, and it just sort of creates its own natural ponytail. But if I'm going to pull it down, I would go to the side and try and do this in reverse. This feels, I did practice, but it feels so unnatural because it's just not how I normally wear my beret. There we go. See, that's just not really working, is it? It's better. It doesn't suit me. It doesn't feel right to me, but it doesn't suit me. But for you, it might be perfect. And actually, one of the big things is there's no rules. This is just about having a play and trying things. And I turned my phone off and now I'm getting notifications. So I do apologise. The one rule, I say it's a rule, but actually I've had some beautiful photos through from a photographer who does wear it this way, is maybe not the bow in the middle. It's just got a little bit of the Minnie Mouses about it. So always go to a side or further up. So it really is just playing. And this is what you should do as well. So there we are, to the side. And what you'll notice is that one of the things I've been playing with is how much extra, for want of a better word, how much extra beret there is pulled over. So you can see there's space in there. So I could wear it further back. So I get like a little lip at the back. Actually, I'm just going to pop it in a low pony. Oh, I hope this is useful so far. Nobody's put any comments. There are 6 of you, which is quite terrifying. So I really, really would love to hear from you. You know, maybe just tell me if you're in Sheffield. Maybe you don't have to say what you right. Yeah. Now, obviously, one of the sort of very French ways, you kind of think of it as a French trait, where a beret is like this. So it's literally resting on a little bit side turn. So it's sat quite straight on the head and then dropping over. Because my beret has a stretch to fit my head the other way, which is slightly bigger circumference, this feels quite loose. So if you had a newer beret or a freshly washed beret, this would probably feel a bit more secure. I would also feel like one strong gust of wind and I would lose this. But if you know it's not a windy day, I like that. That is quite cute. Now, the one thing to note is that it doesn't work the other way because of well, it's wrong, isn't it? Let's be honest. It'll really annoy you. So yeah, and you can play with that angle as well. I mean, you can if you're really brave, and depending on what hairstyle you've got, you can go really quite sort of I think 40s war style, 1940s style, join the resistance. Maybe not with a pink sparkly bow. That's not very undercover, is it? So yeah, but we can also try that on the other side. And that's one thing as well worth mentioning. Everybody has a side. If you've seen my other video on Facebook, I tried some of my proper hats, not my berets. Those can be designed to sit on one side of the head, and that's what's great about the berets is just go with it. So you can see that when I display them, the bows are all in the same place, and that's just an aesthetic thing and a display thing. But when you wear it, well, who knows? You know, I could, if I wanted to. And that's quite sort of a la campagne, an old Frenchman. Although I doubt he's going to have a bow at the back. So you're almost like verging into the kind of French, Spanish, Basque, Pyrenean sort of area where some of their berets almost look like flat caps. And you see, you've almost created like a little bit of a peak. I mean, one that I'm going to demonstrate it. It makes me look awful, but I'm going to show it to you because for some of you, this will work really well. So as you can see, everything I've done so far has been wearing my beret on my hairline or back from my hairline. And for some people, not me, this works. So actually, see, it does not work. I have way too much chin and too round of face, and I look like the Mario mushroom. Let's be honest. It's not good. It's not. Yeah. Some people this works for. I'm going to take it off because I feel like it's quite offensive to me. Okay, so tuck back. In fact, you can even create your own quiff. See, quiff. And it's just about playing, and don't be afraid to stretch. Give it around. Even if you're feeling, sorry, I should in my face. If you're feeling really brave, is just take it right back as well. You know. Now you may need to use your ears as anchors. So if you've got long drop earrings, that might not be so cool. But also, bearing in mind, most of the time you wear a beret, got loose hair. Most of the time you wear a beret, it's because it's cold. This isn't just because it's cute and it looks fashionable. It's got a really, really functional purpose. The beret will keep you warm. As I said, it's wool. That's warm. It's also really good in the rain, unless you get proper fat rain. It can drip through. Mist, mizzly, drizzly, light rain. Your barrier will keep it all off your head. It's great. So yeah, I generally wear around my ears. Sheffield is quite a windy city. If you're at the top of a hill, you know about it. So yeah, I'm all about cozy and chic, not just looking pretty. So there's still no questions, and there's 6 of you now. So I'm going to start winding up. We've covered sizing, covered positioning, and I hope this has given you a few ideas. You know, if you've got a beret and you're just not sure how to wear it, do what I've done. Sit in front of the mirror and just play. Literally put it on your head, turn it round if it's got decoration on, so you can decide which positioning suits you best. Play with what your hair's doing, and your face shape will play a lot of it as well. And also it'll be how it makes you feel. Like I said, there were some styles that I thought strongest of wind, it's not going to be for me. But I very definitely wear my beret to be practical. So if you're wearing it purely for the sake of wearing it, then go for it. Yeah. Oh, one last thing, because I know that it's a question I sometimes get asked with hats. Can I wear glasses and my beret? Yes. Just put your glasses on. See? Oh wow, I actually can see now. Yeah. But I think I prefer the slightly blurred version. So yeah, you can totally wear glasses with your beret. They're not going to get in the way. It's not going to upset you. In terms of beret care, beret storage, don't screw it up. Treat it with a little bit of kindness, a little bit of love. If you can lay it flat, you can just stack them up. If you're putting it in your bag or anything, I would recommend, if you've got decoration on it, fold the decoration in. For the simple reason, it won't get caught on anything in your bag. You're not going to accidentally hoik your purse out with it. The last thing you want to do is lose your keys, getting your hat out of your bag and not realise. The berets are quite malleable, so you can roll them up. So if you need to stick it in a pocket, in a coat pocket, you can totally do that. Obviously as well, yeah, just treat it with the general respect you would treat any of your clothes. Be kind to it, because it's been made with love. I genuinely really do love these berets. And I'm so excited about the new collection that I'm working on at the moment. They will be launched this September. There are 17, I think, new colours. Yeah, it's a lot of sewing. It's going to be great. I am very excited. I have my photographer lined up. I don't think it will be a modelled shoot, sadly. I don't think we're quite at that point yet, but they will be live. And if you're massively tempted by any of these berets, obviously you can buy them online. As I mentioned, you can buy them through my website. You can buy them on Etsy. And next weekend, as part of Etsy Made Local Sheffield, no, well, I say next weekend, not this weekend. I mean the weekend after, so 8th and 9th. You can get Now you'll only be able to access that code for my Etsy shop if you go to the Etsy Made Local event online. It's free to register. You can find all the information on social media. I've been sharing it. One of my jobs for today is to write a blog about it, so there will be more links in there. It is also worth mentioning that if you're wanting to try these out, I will be doing some lives during that event as well, because obviously it's all online. So if you want to see another beret demonstration, perhaps you want to see a specific beret, then drop me a message, let me know, and I will do that. Is there anything else I need to say? I don't think so. I think I've covered everything. I thought I might get some questions. Obviously not. You're all very scared. But I think I've waffled on enough. I hope there was something useful. I hope that you will be brave, experiment, and play with a beret. And if you need a beret, come see me. I have lots. So thank you so much again for watching. And yeah, maybe you'll see me again doing one of these soon. Take care. Bye.